from Amarillo, working in the Panhandle spirit. ABC 7 News Midday starts now.
Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Johnny Atkinson, and this is ABC 7 News Midday. Before we start with your news headlines, let's check in with Joe Puma for a look at our forecast after a few storms that hit the Panhandle last night.
Good Friday morning, everyone. We have made it through another work week, and we are in for a fantastic day today. So let's get right over to our Friday forecast. Temperatures today are going to climb into the low to middle 90s with lots of sunshine. There is a chance to see an isolated shower in extreme eastern portions of the Panhandles. Otherwise, though, we will stay mainly dry for all of those football games going on across the region this evening. Sunset time right around 7:54, getting earlier and earlier. So the dry eye index for today, again, is going to be a 2. Even though most of us are going to stay dry, we could still see an isolated thunderstorm, and we are still dealing with some very humid conditions across the region. So that's why the dry eye index today is a 2 for us. So again, we'll take a look at what we can expect as we go into the rest of the weekend and talk about that Tri-State Fair forecast coming up.
Thank you, Joe. Well, in the Panhandle, fire season typically means springtime, but the crews here in the Amarillo area are warning that the cool weather could mean more winds and drier air. And those are just two key ingredients for a possible fire outbreak. ABC 7's Trayvon Gay caught up with the Texas A&M Forest Service to see exactly what the risks are.
There's nothing like going about your everyday life with cool breezes and sunshine rather than the scorching heat here in the Panhandle. But like most places with dry heat and the lack of rain, wildfires are always a concern. Randall County Fire Department issued a warning to their Facebook followers earlier this week. Quote, when fall temperatures come and freezes happen, the current fuel loading the area has will become very dangerous for the public and firefighters alike. We are encouraging the public to mow down tall grasses and weeds now. End quote. Some may take this as an extreme, but from our expert here at Storm Surge 7, Joe Puma, he says this is normal.
Potter and Randall County are now in a level 3 severe drought. I know that sounds bad, but actually that's not as bad as it could be.
Though we might be in the clear for now, later on in the year, we could very well face wildfire.
So when it comes to wildfire, the one thing that we're looking at is in terms of the moisture that's in the grasses. So if we don't get rain for a little while, then we may have to watch out for some fire conditions going into the late autumn and into the early winter months.
Juan Rodriguez with the Texas Forest Service agrees, saying a second wave of fire in the fall is not uncommon.
Because here in the Panhandle and the High Plains region, we typically see 2 fire seasons, one being in the winter and one being in the summer.
When asked about around what time of year, he says wildfire season usually starts again during the winter.
Once the first freeze kicks in and cures all of the fuel out there that has been growing, we'll probably start seeing more of these upticks in high elevated fire condition days.
It is okay to enjoy the cool weather and the break of scorching heat here in the Panhandle, but always be cautious and practice fire safety. Reporting in Amarillo, Trayvon Gay, ABC 7 News.
Well, new this morning, a man is dead after being hit by a car overnight in Amarillo. Police say they went to the 3200 block of the I-40 frontage road just after midnight. They found a 65-year-old Gregory Gene Moore dead there. Police say Moore was in a wheelchair in the roadway and appeared to be hit by a vehicle, but police have not yet identified that vehicle that hit him. Anyone with information can call the Amarillo Crime Stoppers at 806-374-4400. And 2 people are in 2 different hospitals after a stabbing at an apartment complex in Hereford. Thursday, police found a man with stab wounds at the Tierra Blanca apartments, and he was taken to the hospital right here in Amarillo. The suspect was eventually found hiding in the attic of the apartment where the alleged attack happened. He also had stab wounds and was taken to a hospital in Lubbock. Neither the suspects nor the victims' names have been released. And now to the crisis at the border. Governor Ron DeSantis' headline-making piece of political theater. DeSantis sent an estimated 50 undocumented migrants to Martha's Vineyard Wednesday afternoon. When asked about the incident during an event in Niceville, Florida, Thursday morning, The governor suggested that President Biden should do his job and just secure the border. Mike Magnoli from our sister station in South Florida has more on the move that has dominated the political news cycle.
We know that Governor DeSantis is running for re-election, and he's made no secret of where he stands on illegal immigration and securing our southern border. His challenger, Congressman Charlie Crist, reacted to the delivery of dozens of illegal immigrants to Massachusetts with a virtual press conference this morning, criticizing the governor for using human beings as props to prove a point. It's a point that one immigration expert we spoke to says could open Florida up to a Justice Department investigation or a lawsuit. Photographs from the Martha's Vineyard Times show a crowd of migrants entering the community. From the tiny airport, this group of undocumented Venezuelans bussed to a local church, fed and given mattresses to sleep on. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who took credit for sending 2 plane loads of foreign nationals to the island, says he wanted officials in liberal-leaning Massachusetts to experience what Florida is going through, since many recent border crossers are flocking here.
It's so cold and so callous and so inhumane, it is unconscionable.
Democratic Congressman Charlie Crist is the governor's challenger in the upcoming election. He hastily called an online press conference to sound off about the governor's stunt on Thursday morning. DeSantis, meanwhile, not backing down.
We take what's happening at the southern border very seriously, unlike some, and unlike the President of the United States, who has refused to lift a finger to secure that border.
Ira Kurzban is an immigration attorney in Miami. He literally wrote the book about immigration law. He and other immigration attorneys are suggesting what Governor DeSantis did violates federal law against transporting aliens within U.S. borders. And he says the Biden Justice Department could, in theory, file a case against the state.
I think he's probably opening up the state of Florida to suits.
I asked candidate Crist what he thinks of that idea.
Well, that sounds appropriate to me. I mean, justice needs to be served here.
The governor defending his actions as completely justified.
Every community in America should be sharing in the burdens and shouldn't all fall on a handful of red states.
Okay, it's important to note the governor was acting in his official role as governor here, not as a candidate. So the attorneys tell us that the state could face legal trouble over this. And also worth noting, the governors of Texas and Arizona, well, they've taken similar steps, sending buses of illegal immigrants to Illinois and New York with, so far, no legal consequences from Washington. In West Palm Beach, I'm Mike Magnoli reporting.
Well, coming up on ABC 7 News Midday, the demand for business travel in the third quarter may be lower than expected. Jane King is at the NASDAQ with that and more in today's Texas Business Report.
Catch all the best highlights from around the Panhandle all season long.
Don't miss the Blitz on Friday nights at 10:07.
The Blitz brought to you by Optimum.
Huge savings this weekend at Ashley. Friday through Monday only. Save 25% off your first item plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. That's right, 25% off your first item plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. 4 days only at Ashley.
Finding out you're pregnant is the start of a big journey. And figuring out your next steps can be overwhelming. Thankfully, WIC is with you at every step. WIC can help you get your footing right away with educational resources. For the entirety of your pregnancy, you'll receive food support and one-on-one nutritional counseling. WIC offers post-pregnancy support once your baby arrives. Take on pregnancy with confidence, knowing WIC is with you at every step.
Do you know the signs of foundation trouble? It usually starts with cracks in drywall or bricks, and windows or doors that stick. As it gets worse, you might see cracks in concrete floors, visible gaps around windows and doors, slopes in floors, or even a leaning chimney. If you see any of these, call Childress Brothers now. Small problems don't fix themselves. They just get worse over time. Call Childress Brothers today for your free inspection.
Integrity, honesty, unbeatable quality. Childress Brothers Foundation Repair.
Optimum is here with award-winning internet to help you get closer and go farther, faster. Get speeds up to 1 gig with 99.9% reliability. And Smart Wi-Fi 6 for whole home coverage. Built-in security and no data caps to keep you moving. Get Optimum Internet for as low as $30 a month, now with a 2-year price lock guarantee at Optimum.com.
And away we go.
High gas prices got you down? At Carpet World, we're committed to making your floors beautiful, even on a budget. The best selection of tile, carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and more. Luxury flooring doesn't have to mean expensive flooring. Shop with confidence on any budget. Fair prices at a good value. Come by today and win a chance to earn a $200 gas card with a flooring purchase. At Carpet World, we won't pump you dry.
Don't miss Ashley's weekend sale. Friday through Monday only. Save 25% off your first item plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. Or get 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase and no down payment. 4 days only at Ashley.
Well, Bed Bath & Beyond is closing some of its Texas stores, and Southwest says that business travel is still lagging. Jane King is at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Texas Business Report.
Hello, Texas. Shares of Southwest Airlines fell 2% after it signaled that business travel demand in the third quarter will be weaker than previously expected. The company expects overall operating revenue to be up 11% compared to last year. Well, Bed Bath & Beyond has released a partial list of the 150 stores that it will close. This does include stores in Port Arthur and Wichita Falls. Bed Bath & Beyond is going through a major restructuring. Samsung will invest $5 billion under a plan to tame emissions. The chip giant aims to zero out direct emissions and add clean power. And Amtrak said it will operate a full schedule today now that a tentative labor agreement between the railroads and the union has been reached. Earlier this week, Amtrak proactively canceled all of its long-distance routes, including in Texas, to avoid potential disruptions in the event that the negotiations were not resolved. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Texas Business Report.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you.
And new Allegra Hives works from the inside to relieve itching and reduce hives for 24 hours.
Pesky leaks? Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal Spray seals out water, air, and moisture. Stops and prevents leaks indoors, outdoors, and virtually anywhere you need for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Hi, my name is Sherry. I'm 76 and I live on the Oregon coast. My husband, Sam, we've been married 53 years. We love to walk on the beach, have 2 daughters, and then 2 granddaughters. I noticed that memories were not there like they were when I was much younger. Since taking Prevagen, my memory has gotten better, and it's like the puzzle pieces have all been put together.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
Attention, anyone who served, lived, or worked at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Camp Lejeune's drinking water was dangerously toxic, and base personnel and their families have since suffered cancer and other illnesses. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and were diagnosed with cancer, you may be eligible for significant compensation. Call the Driscoll firm now. Consultations are free, and you won't pay a fee unless we get you the money you deserve. 1-800-263-4200.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
For your free tax relief information, call 800-200-0446. That's 800-200-0446.
Agriculture and insurance have a long shared history that is essential to supporting the economy. It's a partnership that is crucial to feeding our community. At West Texas Ag Crop Insurance, we provide farmers the tools they need to protect their business and assets, covering livestock and crops with fast, easy, reliable services. A real friend to the farmers and ranchers of the Texas Panhandle. Contact Trevor Craig at West Texas Ag Insurance, 806-440-2449.
The flu. It spreads easily
and there are lots of ways to catch it. The flu is especially hard on older adults and small children. So keep your family protected, because getting the flu is easy, but getting the shot is even easier.
We get calls all over the state wanting to replicate this program, so I'm excited that it's back.
I'm excited but pensive. I got a lot of work to do now. So it's fast-tracking our business plan, where we were before going to push into 6 markets in 6 years. We're doing 6 markets in 2 years now.
Register today at AmarilloEnterpriseChallenge.com.
Ready for a little GMA-ish promo? Okay, here we go. GMA 7A every day with Robin, George, and Michael. That's how you start the day.
Mornings after daybreak.
Here on ABC 7.
Boom!
On Friday, September 23rd, for the first time ever, the Tank goes live.
Let's go!
The Shark Tank Live season premiere event, Friday, September 23rd on ABC and stream on Hulu.
And now, your Storm Surge 7 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Joe Puma.
Good Friday morning, everyone. We are seeing lots of sunshine, and we've made it to the end of another work week. As we go into the weekend, today kicks off the Tri-State Fair that runs for the next week or so. And overall, it does bring with it some hot and sunny conditions. Overall, though, during the evening hours, we should have some pretty good fair weather for us going into the next little while. So bear in mind, as we go towards that midday hour, temperatures are already climbing into the upper 70s to low to mid 80s, and then we're going to see those temperatures really start to climb later on this afternoon as the kids are coming home from school around 3 o'clock. We're seeing those temperatures in the low 90s across the area. We could see a few very isolated showers and storms pop up across our eastern panhandles going into the evening hours as we go towards 5 o'clock. Areas such as Hall County, as well as over towards areas like Collingsworth and Wheeler County towards Shamrock, may see an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, though, we are going to stay nice and dry going into our Friday night. And then by the time we get to 9 o'clock, as we're going towards halftime for a lot of those football games, that's when we are going to be seeing those clear skies and temperatures dropping back into the upper 70s to low 80s. So it's going to be a very comfortable night to be outdoors as before all the fairs and football games we have going on as we go into tonight. But for those football games, it looks like this. Kickoff time, temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s, and then we're going to cool things down as we go towards that drive home. Our weekend outlook there, though, is looking pretty good. 93 degrees on our Saturday, 94 on Sunday. We could have some breezy southwest winds. That's going to make it feel even warmer than that with all of those winds. So those hot and sunny conditions are going to continue. However, it looks like this is going to be the worst of it, because as we take a look at our 7-day forecast, again, highs today in the mid 80s and 90s, but as we go into the rest of our forecast, we're going to see those temperatures getting into the low 90s for Monday and Tuesday. So we just have to get past this weekend with these very warm temperatures, and then we are back into the low 90s and even upper 80s as we head into our Thursday. That's when we could bring back a chance for some isolated showers and thunderstorms as a bit of an active weather pattern starts to move back into the area. Heading into next weekend, we're talking cooler temperatures getting back into the 70s, as well as, again, some more beneficial moisture just beyond our 7-day forecast, though. So we'll continue to kind of fine-tune that forecast. However, for now, we're just looking at very warm conditions for that first weekend of the Tri-State Fair.
Thank you, Joe. Well, gathering critical acclaim around the world, The Woman King is expected to stay atop the movie rankings for today and a few weekends to come. Here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Some things are worth fighting for.
Viola Davis and The Woman King expected to rule the box office this weekend.
It literally is, for me, the movie that's defined my career.
The film, loosely based on history, Davis stars as a fierce warrior, part of an all-female African army, and she says it's like nothing ever made before.
We're at the center of the narrative, you know, black women, dark-skinned black women, crinkly-haired black women. You know, there is no white savior.
The Woman King is out this weekend, only in theaters.
I was an investigative reporter. It's an occupation that's been cheapened by the digital age, like president.
Also, in select theaters, there's a new Fletch in town. John Hamm takes over the title role from Chevy Chase in Confess, Fletch. And one of the bits that they left in from the book it's based on, Fletch loves going barefoot. So you're going to see a lot of John Hamm's feet.
It's a very weird thing in a pandemic of somebody that's sort of striding around confidently unshod. But no, I don't have any. I have decent looking feet, I suppose. So, yeah, I don't know. Good Lord.
So have at it,
yeah,
Internet.
I guess, yeah.
Confess, Fletch is also out today on video on demand. Following the fiery car crash that claimed her life, Anne Heche will have a new memoir released in a few months. Call Me Anne will hit shelves in January. Publishers Weekly reporting that the actress submitted a manuscript in May. And happy birthday, Nick Jonas. The Jonas brother and solo music star is 30 today, while actress Amy Poehler is 51. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, the Friday football temperatures will start in the 90s and then will drop into the 70s for that drive home. Chief Meteorologist Joe Puma will give us more weekend weather details after the break.
Across America, crime has exploded. Police officers killed in the line of duty. And here's Beto O'Rourke.
I really love that Black Lives Matters and other protesters have put this front and center to defund police forces.
That's right. Beto stands with groups that support defunding the police.
And I know that it's an idea that is dangerous to some.
No, it's dangerous to everyone, and it's why Beto O'Rourke should never be governor of Texas.
Oh, shoot. I'm calling Patrick. Do you think you can still fix it?
Yes, ma'am. We can fix electric fast.
Great. When can you be here?
Hi, I'm from Patrick.
Patrick Electric. When you need help fast, call us. We strive for same-day service and offer 24-hour emergency service.
Patrick Electric.
Physical therapists at Quail Creek Physical Therapy design treatment plans specific to each person's needs, challenges, and goals to help them get back to doing the things they love.
It's been wonderful every time I've been here. They're very accommodating. You get a real good result from your physical therapy. I recommend Quail Creek Physical Therapy to anybody that I talk to. Think that they would get a great result.
Call 806-212-8400 to get more information.
Any ideas what our next big promotion should be called? We're topping our burgers, dogs, and fries with a new guava sriracha barbecue sauce, bacon, and pineapple.
I don't know what to call it. Barb, EQ, your order is ready?
Luau, your order is also ready.
Barb, EQ, you out there?
I'm looking for a Luau.
Barb, EQ.
Luau.
Hi, I'm Barb.
I'm Lou. Barbecue Luau is here. Put a tropical twist on your next meal only at Wiener Schnitzel.
Optimum Business is here with fast, reliable internet with speeds up to 1 gig to bring opportunities closer so you can go farther. Get internet, phone, and mobile with flexible plans and internet with built-in cybersecurity for just $69 a month. With Optimum Business, you get transparent pricing with no hidden fees and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Your future's only a connection away with Optimum Business. Plans start at $69 a month. Call or visit Optimum Business today.
AEBs, automatic emergency braking systems.
One of the problems with a lot of these new technologies is the way they're advertised is kind of flash bang. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
In reality?
But in actuality, it works some of the time and it doesn't work other times.
Spotlight on America Investigates. Automatic braking technology. Crash concerns. Monday on ABC 7 Amarillo at 10.
Well, more now on the funeral for Queen Elizabeth and the unprecedented security operation that is underway as the world leaders are gathering to pay their respects. ABC's James Longman has the details.
This morning, London prepares for the most complex security operation it has ever faced. The Queen's funeral service, possibly the largest event in its history. Guards rehearsing the procession under the cover of darkness as law enforcement gears up to face down serious challenges.
Terrorists like to attack crowds, and we are about to create possibly the biggest crowd in recent history.
The BBC reporting around 1,500 military personnel will descend on the city, along with hundreds hired from private security firms, joining the thousands of police officers patrolling London each day. Sniffer dogs, extra CCTV and armed officers on rooftops keeping watch. The event expected to draw more than 1 million people to the area surrounding Westminster Abbey.
So look, this event is as big as it gets for a number of reasons. One is obviously the number of VIPs that are attending.
Among the dignitaries and world leaders expected to attend, President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, the leaders of Canada and France, members of Europe's other royal families, and also invited China's President Xi Jinping. But notably, left off the list, Russian President Vladimir Putin. With so many in one area, leaders are being asked to park their cars and jump on government buses to the funeral. But a government official has told ABC News those protocols won't apply to President Biden. Beyond the visible show of force, an intense operation underway behind the scenes.
What you also won't see is the scale of technical surveillance that is being undertaken. So our brilliant intelligence services, they're there 24 hours a day trying to keep us safe.
The scale of this operation is so big that every country is only allowed to send 2 representatives, and they, of course, will have their own security details. But President Biden is the only foreign leader who's going to be able to come directly to the Abbey himself. James Longman, ABC News in London.
And finally, Amarillo's Tri-State Fair kicks off tonight. Organizers are touting the entertainment at this year's fair as the best yet. Of course, we'll get the usual rides and the usual fair food. And though the fair starts this evening, the kickoff parade will make its way through downtown Amarillo starting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. ABC 7's Trayvon Gay will let us know everything we can expect coming up tonight on ABC 7 News at 5, 6, and 10.
Taking one last look at our 7-day forecast, we do have a 10% chance for some isolated showers and storms for this afternoon, mainly in extreme eastern portions of the Panhandle. Otherwise, we'll stay nice and dry, and we're really going to warm things up for the weekend, going into the middle 90s with lots of sunshine. Thankfully, though, it does not last long. As we go into next week, we'll see temperatures back into the middle 80s by the time we get to Thursday, with our next chance for rain arriving just in time, just beyond our 7-day forecast.